friends, I'm Ashley and welcome to Ash's Cozy Corner. I'm finally getting to sit down and record all of my rankings for all of the games I played in March. Don't worry, the rankings in this video will be completely hinged, comparing to my very unhinged vlog playing them. Let's just say I went on a few bad rants. What I said in that video stays in that video. For this video, I did want to think about the game some more and then rank it accordingly. Just remember, these are still my opinions, so some people might really love a game that I didn't really like, but that's to be expected. So don't hate me if I hate a game that you love. For the rankings, S tier is a game that I'm absolutely obsessed with and will remember for the rest of my life, while D tier is a game that I will never touch again. I'm going to rank them in the order they released in March, so let's start out with Grimoire Groves. Grimoire Groves is a weird ranking for me because I never really had the intention of playing it when it was a Kickstarter or anytime I saw it advertised, just because roguelite and dungeon crawler doesn't really scream cozy to me. I clearly ended up playing it for my March Cozy Game Challenge and was pleasantly surprised. Definitely not surprised at the coziness because it's not cozy whatsoever. Let me just put that out there. It does have some qualities that could make it a little easier than other roguelites, like an easy mode and a portal so you can go back to the main garden without dying, but definitely still not cozy for me. The colors were wonderful. I'm a huge fan of games being colorful, and this one does not lack in that aspect. It was incredibly easy to use the buttons, and the UI was really good. I normally have trouble learning buttons for games quickly, but this one has very few buttons to even use, and the ones you use most often are displayed in the bottom right corner of the screen. The story was minuscule, but I didn't really expect much from it, but the characters you do get to meet are all pretty unique, and the rainbow sock being the main point of the game is pretty funny. I have a full review video for Grimoire Groves over on my channel, and I'll link it if you'd like to watch it. If I'm ranking Grimoire Groves based on coziness, I would give it a D. However, if I'm ranking it based on what it is, a roguelite, I would give it a B. Next up is 2 Point Museum. 2 Point Museum isn't in my vlog, and I actually have no idea why, because I actually spent a lot of time playing it and I really enjoyed my time playing it. This is the third 2 Point game. The first was 2 Point Hospital and then 2 Point Campus. I did play 2 Point Campus and enjoyed it, but I will say 2 Point Museum is much more enjoyable. I don't know if I've just always wanted to curate the perfect museum, but this was an itch I didn't know needed scratched. For a management game, I would call this one perfect, and it's the best true management game I've played to date. You are in control of so much: the designing, the exhibits, the adventures, the workers, how much you pay them, gift shops, and so much more to keep the museum in tip-top shape, like keeping it clean and having enough refreshments. You can even send guests on guided tours that you have complete control over. I really think it hits all the high points that a management game needs, and on top of that, it's a really cute game. The different museums you can be in control of are all really interesting themes, two of my favorites being the prehistory museum and the aquarium. I mentioned decorating, and I feel this game does a really good job letting you decorate, almost full control of exactly how you want to place the item, and there are so many decorations to place and choose from. For a management sim, this one is S tier, but for the overall ranking, I would give this game an A. I don't know why there's two rankings in my brain for everything, but I promise I will not do this for every game. Next up is Baos Cozy Laundromat, and I don't have a ton to say about it because it is an idle game and they don't typically have a ton of content. I'm a huge fan of idle games up on my computer while working because it helps my brain feel like I'm accomplishing more for some reason. So I've been using Baos since I bought it alongside Spirit City, and it's been really cute. You really do nothing. The pandas you hire walk around doing laundry, and while doing so, they earn money for you to spend on decorating the laundromat. There's a decent amount of decor and a ton of washer and dryer colors to choose from to really customize your laundromat, but this isn't really a game you're going to spend a ton of time decorating. You can also buy cats with cute little panda hats to walk around your laundromat that will also get you a few extra coins. Overall, it really is just a cute idle game with some fun sounds and music to turn on while working or playing other games, and I've really enjoyed having it up while working. I would rank Baos Cozy Laundromat a B because it really is such a cute idle game. Next up is Bookbound, and this is another one I somehow forgot to include in my vlog. This one makes a little little more sense because I only played it for like a few hours compared to 2 Point Museum, which I did play for a long time. So Bookbound is a bookshop simulation game, and that's really exactly what it is. You own a bookstore and stock it with books, open your store for the day, help some customers find the book they're looking for, and then close up shop and order more books for the next day, stock it, and so on and so forth. I'm a fan of the nostalgic pixel graphics, and I liked stocking the books the first day or two. Decorating the bookstore was fun, but that's about where it ends for me. There's really nothing to do outside of the bookstore, and talking to people isn't really necessary. The concept of the game is really cool, and I feel like if more was added, I could really sink a lot of time in this game, but the current build just won't keep my attention. I give Bookbound a C ranking just because I really wish there was a lot more to this game. I got bored really fast, but I can see that there is potential. Now, let's talk about Sugardew Island. This is one of the games I had issues with in my vlog, and I'm not going to lie, I still have just a tiny bit of anger that I paid for this game. I normally don't feel as strongly about games. I normally try to lean on the positive side, but with this one, I really do not recommend buying this game or playing this game at all. But if you're really interested in trying it, try the demo before you buy, because I did not. There's literally a video on the top of the Steam page saying try the demo before you buy, and now I know why. Everything that's in the game is in the demo. I wish I would have known that, so that's why I'm telling you guys. It's kind of like Bookbound in the fact that it has a similar, very small gameplay loop. You wake up, water crops, feed animals, open your shop, close the shop, go back to sleep. There's really nobody to talk to, and when you do talk to people, they would ask me a question and all my character would say is okay. Nothing else. I never had the option to choose anything but okay for dialogue where that made no sense at all. In my personal opinion, it's an incredibly repetitive and boring game that has so much more potential because just the art style is incredibly cute. This is a game I was looking forward to, and it was actually on so many of my videos, so I think that makes the disappointment that much worse. I do want to add, someone mentioned that this game feels like a game made for children beginning in the gaming world, and that I would agree with. It's perfect for a tiny child looking to learn to play games. I would rank Sugardew Island a D, meaning I will never play this again, and I would not recommend it to anyone. Up next is Nekograms, a cozy puzzle game. This one is a very simple puzzle game. There's only 2 things you can do. Move the cats left and right, and move the cushions up and down. The goal is to get every cat to sleep by placing the entire cat on a cushion, and while this sounds incredibly easy, it does get to be pretty challenging in the later levels. And if you want an extra challenge, you can try to get 3 stars in every level by completing the levels within a certain amount of moves. Plus, it has cats, so yeah, it's a win for me. I really enjoyed my time with it, and it's definitely a fun puzzle game to just turn everything else off and get to focus on one thing. I would rank Nekograms a B. Wanderstop is up next, and if you guys have watched my full review on it, I think you know what I'm going to rank it. Wanderstop was a magical masterpiece. Wanderstop took me around 12 hours to beat, and every second I spent in Wanderstop made me smile or tear up or laugh, and don't even get me started on Boro. He is a national treasure. The game has insane graphics with the most stunning color palette in certain chapters. The characters you meet all teach you something, whether that be from a good trait or a bad trait, you're learning a life lesson. Honestly, this game is particularly helpful for people dealing with burnout or perfectionism in any aspect of life. And actually, while writing this, it took me back to how well the lesson is on perfectionism and how much I needed that lesson. It's not too dramatic because you have a ton of comedic relief, and every character you meet is so unique in their own way. They added so many little details as well that I'm not going to spoil, but just trust me on this. If you play any game that released this year, please play Wanderstop, because honestly, it's a game I'll remember for the rest of my life. I'm ranking Wanderstop all the way up to S. Another one I had some issues with, Escape from Mystwood Mansion. So let me just say, the main reason that I have an issue with this game is because I was fooled into thinking it was a cozy game, not really a game with horror elements. I made sure to look up if the game had any horror elements before I started, because I just so happened to get that vibe, and the comments I read had stated no horror elements, and I just believed them. That was my bad. This game definitely has horror elements from the areas I played, and I didn't finish it. There was hinting at horror elements, like a camera watching you the whole time, and then blood on the wall, and overall, it just gave me really weirded out horror vibes the whole time I was playing. When I got to the blood on the wall, that was my stopping point. I want to say that while I was playing, I really enjoyed the puzzles. There seemed to be a good mix of easy puzzles and harder puzzles to figure out, with a hinting system that doesn't give too much away, but can definitely help out in a pinch without solving the entire puzzle for you. If you can handle horror elements, I would recommend the game because the puzzles are actually really, really good. If you can't handle anything remotely spooky like me, I wouldn't recommend it. I just have a bad taste in my mouth now, so I would rank Escape from Mystwood Mansion a D. And now we have Spirit City Cozy Kitchen DLC, which I have been so excited for. Does this technically count since it's a DLC and not a full game? Who knows, but I'm counting it. This is a gamified focus tool that I've been using for over a year now, and when I say it really has changed my focus for the better, I'm not lying. It's been such an amazing focus tool with so many free updates, like a spooky Halloween update and a festive Christmas update. When DLC was announced, I think I actually lost it a little. The new DLC is all about the cozy kitchen, and I spent so much time decorating the new kitchen, and that's a good thing because I haven't even put my character back into the other room since the DLC released. No joke. I think when I actually get my kitchen redesigned in the future, I'm just going to show them my Spirit City kitchen. With the new DLC also came 12 new spirits or spirit variants, and each one is so cute. I really think Squire Sprout is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Tons of new activities and sounds to listen to as well. Overall, just an amazing DLC that I have spent so much time in already, and I highly recommend Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions to help you focus more while working, studying, cleaning the house, or doing any cozy hobby. I would give Spirit City Cozy Kitchen DLC an S ranking. And there we have it, all of my rankings for the challenge of playing every single cozy game that released in March. If you guys have played any cozy game recently and want to throw a review down in the comments, I would love to read it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a cozy day and God bless.